All right, Hyunjin. He is one of the ones I've already listened to a solo already, and man, yeah, I think I know what to expect. My standards are pretty high considering that the one I listened to already was Lover. And that one very quickly became one of my most listened to songs out of like any Stray Kids anything. And that one, sadly, that one was not on. I did find a version on Spotify that wasn't like the official, but I like to give views to like the original. So I listen to it on YouTube Music more than anything. So it won't show up on like my most listened to and Spotify and stuff. But yeah, we've got So Good, Quill Pen, and Long for You. These were the three that I saw the most recommended. I think for him, I was going to do one of his dance videos, but I do want to do, because I want to do that for Lino as well. And I think that's just gonna be a separate video where it's like I do a video where I'm just checking out all of them as a whole, like solo dance stuff, or just like whatever they specialize in on the side. But yeah, let's get right to it. So Good. So this is the one that's on the album with the music video. Also, how I think the first thing I noticed is the fit. I think it's because it's making me think of if you were able to pull off having, what was the old thing on TV? A Snuggie. That was basically a blanket and a hoodie in one, but somehow turned it into fashion. That's what it made me think of. Oh, this was that little part. I remember seeing a snippet of like the behind the scenes of that in the guide. But I think that one of the biggest things I say all the time about Hyunjin is that his ability to change his voice so much. Not even just like song to song, like within songs, his voice will change so many different times. And I thought for the longest time that was like, oh yeah, they probably just edited to do this, and that. No, 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 no. And then I listened to some live stuff. It's like, no, he's really doing this, and it doesn't really need the editing. I've said that about Stray Kids in general before. After listening to like live stuff, they don't need the editing added in. Like it's really just an extra thing to sound more clean. But like their voices don't need the editing, which is crazy. I think he also has some of the most unique like sounding, because I remember thinking the same thing with Lover, where it was like, this is not the sound you would expect, but it works so well. I don't know, it's like I can see why y'all want me to do look at his dance stuff though. He is good. Like that, there's little things like that. That was just satisfying. I don't know why. I can tell you why it's satisfying, but it is. I think this song is just satisfying in general. There's just something about it. Oh man, just as I thought that was the end, to be honest. I was already talking about it's satisfying, and then this happens. I think it helps that his voice, he has a very satisfying voice just talking already. He's just one of those people where it's like if you listen to them, it's like there's something about their voice where it's like it just brings you in. Yeah, I can definitely see why y'all want to see dance stuff. Oh my god. This is little things.
Yeah, life is so. Hey.
What? That's not what I was expecting out of that song at all. I'm not gonna lie. That's not what I was expecting from that song. But oh my god, that was good. Okay. You know, I did say at the beginning is like I know what you expect though. I know what my standards are because Lover is the one that I've listened to. Yeah. So we're keeping that standard, I see. I think I'm gonna do Quill Pen last because that's the one that a lot of y'all were saying is like his best so far. Obviously, there's gonna be people that disagree with that, and that's fine. I'm just going off of when I asked for y'all to like list certain things. A lot of people were saying Quill Pen is like his best. So I'm gonna save that for last. One for you. Like a slower pace one for sure. What? Like what? What? Is it? I think it's because for the long. I think y'all corrected me one video where I was saying like, oh, wait, he's rapping now, and it was the other way around. Because at that point, I had not seen Miro. I hadn't reacted to Elevator. I hadn't reacted to any of like the earlier on stuff. And it's, I guess because for the on the newer stuff, I feel like he sings a lot more. So that's I thought he was like one of the lead vocalists, like mainly focused on that. And this is where it's like, yeah, it's like how I feel like I've said this for almost every member, but it's like how do you become so good at something? You focus on something like rapping, become so good at that, and then it's just like your secondary talent doesn't become secondary. So you just somehow master everything. It's like I'm watching like a anime of 8 members where they just all like have maxed out everything. Whereas like the whole thing is just they're just training to max out every stat. Like, and then also with his yeah, the dancing. It's like, yeah, you're just I do think I think Eugen and IN no. Yeah. I think those two are the most like artistic in a way. Uh in the way I'm thinking of like artistic is like I think a lot of it comes out of when I look at them dance. And this I'm only saying this now because also I have not seen a solo dance of Lino either. So it's like right now those are the two that stand out to me, but I don't know, the dancing, the singing, the rap, I mean, I just feel like they have the most, I guess, unique feeling to their songs when I'm like generalizing things. Because it's like there's certain songs where it's like Street Light for Changbin, obviously that one blew my mind. And that ended up being like one where I was thinking about doing a separate video for that because I was stuck on that one for a while because I was breaking down everything. But yeah, there's obviously certain ones that stand out for each member for sure that just like, oh wow, this is like really unique. But I feel like these two, yeah, especially Yujin, I think it's his ability to do everything so well is also helps a lot. But yeah, no.
심어전 백색 꽃 피어나 도저히 꺾을 만큼의 용기가 안 나 시즌 top. So I long for
God.
you and I long for you and I long for you, so I can keep loving you, so I could be
This isn't his best work. This one isn't. I think there's something about this one that also like really resonates with me. When it went like all background just went silent and it's just him singing for the moment there and then like certain instruments start coming in. I think a lot of it hits because I played in an orchestra for a while, for years. And I still sometimes play, you know, from time to time, obviously not like performing like I used to, but it's not anything like that. It's just like I don't know, it just hits. But oh my god, you hear it.
and I long for you and
Like it cuts.
I long for you, so I can keep loving you, so I could be loving you and more.
And then like that's not guitar, but like at the beginning here it sounds like I don't think it's the full orchestra. I think it's cello and viola. But it's been a minute since I've like performed with a full orchestra, so I could 100% be wrong. So violin in the background. Oh my god. I mean, that was just beautiful. This one's shorter too. Yeah, we're gonna I need to hit yeah, that whole second part I need to hear again. Hold on. And the lyrics to go like, yeah, this is mean, those notes is like, I wonder, like, how do you maintain that? Like, that's so crazy. That blows my mind. That like, whenever it becomes like almost like whispers, like, how do you even maintain sound there? Because I'm sure everyone at some point has probably tried, and it's one of those things where it's like you end up just going like, and then it's just like the sound just doesn't come out. It's like, that's insane to me.
I long for you, and I long for you, so I can keep loving you, so I could be loving you and more.
I think the only thing I dislike about this song is that it's not longer. Like, it's one of those, it brings you in so much, and then it ends at 2 minutes. Oh my god, yeah, this is I've got a lot of songs that are like very hard to tell which one is gonna end up being my favorite. Because I said even before I started doing these, like, I feel like the solo and duo stuff ends up being like my favorite songs out of them in general. And I think it is just because it is very specific, like they're so different. I feel like they don't really do as much like deeper stuff in their like group stuff unless there's this like certain there's not deeper because when you look at some of their lyrics and their group stuff that I've reacted to, they are deeper tones in it, but I feel like they try to make it less serious in terms of like how it sounds, how they're what's going on in the music video. Whereas these, I feel like they don't hold back. It's like if it's a sad thing, it's sad tone, certain topic, they don't stray from it. They don't do that. And I do think they all do that very well. And I think that's why I end up liking a lot of their solo and like duo stuff. Yeah. If y'all didn't tell me, I do think this one out of the two I've listened to so far, this is my favorite. Over Lover, maybe not. I don't know. It's very close. But yeah, this is the one that y'all said was like his best one. So I mean, also we need to go ahead and make sure that those two are on Spotify. I know the first one would be Hyunjin. We got So Good, and then Long for You, maybe? Maybe it's on there. No, it is not. Someone does have a it does have a unofficial one, but Quill Pen. Okay, this one y'all have hyped this one up, so I just know if I end up not liking it, y'all built up my expectations for this one crazy. Did I hear a snippet for this? This one, he's really diving into that. Yeah.
추억을 스쳐던 툭 주고 가는 끝에 우리 꽤나 많이 웃었는데 서서히 불어오는 내 따뜻한 숨결 취한 두 눈엔 영원히 담겨진 듯.
But his lyrics are very descriptive. Not in a way of like generally using descriptive like words, but like I feel like he does a very good job like really truly explaining what he's saying. I guess yeah, sweetly intoxicated, isolated. Yeah, there's certain things that he said. The way he says certain things is just points out. Like that. Like that's such a. It seems like a very simple line at the beginning, but then when you start thinking about like seeming to be filled with eternity, it's like wait, what? How do you feel with eternity? And then you start thinking about it, it's like, oh yeah, that's that sounds terrible. Yeah, it is certain things he says. Love when he does that. I mean, that's just. Okay. I catch myself overthinking certain lyrics sometimes. If I suddenly go back and I'm kind of just like quietly looking at something, I'm like, oh yeah, never mind. I think it's because that I sometimes I overthink what they're trying to say with lyrics, and it's a very straightforward thing, and I start thinking that they're thinking something else. I think this is one of those where it's like, I feel like you can tell in like the reaction, like the whole mood changes. I think it's like this one does a very good job of really like you feel the emotion, like you will feel the way that he feels, whether you like it or not. If you're listening to this, you're gonna feel it. And I feel like that's a hard thing to do. That's a hard thing to do. I think especially for me, I feel like I don't really. I think that's another thing that like really draws me to all of the members really is that they seem so genuine in the emotions that they portray. Which is not I feel like that's a pretty rare thing these days, especially when music has become such a I guess money. Yeah, it's money. Music has become a business main primarily for so many artists, I feel like. Whereas like for them, it feels like it's something that they just love doing, and then the money happens to come later. Which a lot of the time that's best way to do it. Some of the best artists ever. I mean, that's usually how it goes. If you have a passion for something and you do it over and over, you get better, you end up doing it, it's the money will come. And that's what it feels like with them. Yeah. I don't I guess I didn't expect that song to be this way. But yeah, I think this one, how can I explain it? And this one was my favorite in terms of the feel it gives you. I feel like this one is his best work in terms of really making you like you're gonna feel these emotions. But it's not my favorite in terms of, I guess, just pure sound. But I think that's a weird thing that happens with music sometimes, is that a song can be not necessarily your favorite sound, but there's just something about it that's just like, oh, like this is why am I thinking that this is my favorite when this is just not my favorite sound? And that's how I feel with this one. And I think it is just the emotion that it provokes. But yeah, these were, y'all recommended three very, very good songs. Long for You, I think Long for You is my favorite out of these three. But again, like I said on a lot of the other ones, So Good is so different from these other two that it's like it just depends on the mood. If I'm in a sad mood, Quill Pen is one of those where I may not listen to this when I'm in a sad mood, just because it feels like so real. To where it's like you kind of need like one of those songs where it's like you relate to the sadness, but it doesn't necessarily make you feel the emotion more. I feel like that's one of those where you'll feel it even more if you start listening to this. This one I think I would listen to. This is a very calm. This one came off as very calm versus sad. Not really sad, but calm. The lyrics were sad. But the overall feel didn't come off as that for me. But y'all let me know in the comments how you thought about these, because I did see a lot of people saying that this was his best, and I that kind of surprised me in turn, because it's the one that seems like the most different from his usual work. So yeah, y'all let me know in the comments. Hope you enjoyed the video.